Hi! I was having technical difficulties for a second there. Okay, so we were building the Pale House and had to stop long enough to do Dreamlight Valley, which didn't take very long. It only took an hour. Um, the only, the only reason why it took an hour is because I did the Dream Snap voting. I was running around the village trying to um, see if there was another blue chest. I did not see one. Doesn't mean that there wasn't one there. It's just I didn't see it. So, kind of disappointed on that one. But, because I'm trying to get Nana. Um, Kind of disappointing, but we'll get it. I mean, we'll get her. And then we'll be able to put something else on the list. And I want to be able to put something else on the list before, because it's a river kit. I don't know how to use it, but everybody else seems to have it, and they're enjoying it very much. So I want to get a river kit. Unless there's something that I want to get even more. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to be able to get, and then, like, I don't have enough moonstones for it, so, wait a minute, is that 7 rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 rooms. I said 6 earlier. Oh, okay. So, um, I'm not sure how to say her last name. I'm assuming that's the last name. Lula underscore Chupan underscore 1. I'm not sure if this is Chupan or Chupan, but, underscore 1, followed me 2 hours ago. And I've got 2 viewers. Hi, viewers. So, yeah, we're gonna try to finish this house, and, we're only gonna be on here until 11, I think. How far away are we? We're pretty far, so. So as long as we're making 1-story houses, as long as we're making the 1-story houses, I know that we can get through this pretty quick and get enough houses that it'll make it feel like I'm actually doing what I said I was going to do, which will make me happy because I feel like I'm letting you down. I keep saying, we're probably going to work on houses today, and then I don't do it. Why? Because I was trying to make more streets for more houses, for more plots of land, so we can put in more houses, but yeah, it wasn't exactly working the way I said it was going to, because I said we were going to put together some more houses. But now we are, and it's the same pattern every single time for whichever house we're building at the time, but they're different colors, and it's starting to look like a neighborhood. I was kind of thinking, just kind of, that we need some houses over here, but then I was like, no, it's supposed to be a big empty field here and houses here, so yeah, I didn't know how to, a long while ago, I did not know what I was going to do with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anyway, I didn't know what I was going to do with that idea, and I just started building houses, and, I keep rebuilding this because, something goes wrong, like, my world got corrupted one time. Well, no, my world's gotten corrupted a few times, and I assume it's because I learned how to use redstone. Now, this one doesn't have any redstone unless you count tracks. Um, unless you count tracks, it will not have any redstone at all whatsoever. And so I'm hoping that fixes the problem of it getting, uh, of it having a problem, because I don't want to have a problem. Oh wait, no, that would be right here. Um, I don't want to have a problem. I don't want it to get corrupted. Literally, April of 2024, um, it was like a cloud worm from Care Bears had come over here and decided, you know what? I'm not hungry for clouds today. I'm hungry for pirates uh, build, and had just taken out big chunks. And I did not like that idea at all whatsoever. So I reached out to them. I'm like in tears. I'd worked on this so hard, and they're pretty much like, build it again. It's like, that is so rude. You want people to buy your game, and you're over there saying, build it again. That wasn't their exact words, but that was the punchline. But yeah, we're building this now, and it looks great, and um you know okay, so my husband's phone was just ringing, and I was like, I hope that's not what I think it could be, because my first thought was that one of my in-laws fell down, and the other in-law is calling my husband for help. um doesn't sound like it was that, because he yelled no. But the AI didn't listen. Or he said no loudly, I should say. So I don't know what the deal is, but oh, so this is the living room. This is the bathroom. Um, like Harry Potter, it's under the stairs. Well, Harry Potter from the first movie. Um, kitchen. The more I think about it, the more I want to like back that up and put this there, but that's not going to work because then it's going to look weird from the outside. Anyway, you go upstairs. Oh, hold on. I didn't put it in enough light. But anyway, you go upstairs and there's the bedrooms. That's where we started out. And eventually there'll be doors and all that stuff that a house needs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Okay. I got that wrong. Sarcastically speaking, I am so glad I figured that out after the fact. Um, There we go. So, I started building the bedrooms 5 wide on the smaller houses because it's like I am not putting redstone in this build unless unless a miracle happens and they figure out how to make the redstone not cause problems, because apparently it's been known to cause problems in the past. And the way I build with redstone, there are no problems until your world gets corrupted. I think that's when, like when my world started getting corrupted. I think that's when. I think when I learned how to use redstone is when my world started getting corrupted. So, I think I've been putting the where I had it in the first place, but whatever, it can stay there. The garage needs light. Problem is that the garage is one. Uh, that is not what we. Oh my goodness. What is this? I know Amazing Grace wasn't on that list. There. So I had 3 pretty big videos. Um, one of them was, I'll just put it up here. One of them was a video by Fresh Baked, which I wanted to watch, but I was so tired. I'm gonna have to reload it from the history. But I was so tired last night that I was like, I can't really watch this. Um, why are you asking her if she was okay? No, because I'm trying to teach her not to do that. Yeah, that's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to kind of lay there and say, wait, wasn't it pink and then pale? That's your job to teach her that. Yep, it's pink and then pale. You need to come down and get petted every once in a while. You need to socialize. She's over there. Uh, she's over there squawking at my husband because he's trying to get her to be like a regular cat. You know, the kind that like to be held. So was Coral, but she liked to get petted. Dish one. Well, so does Coral. Um, yeah, and by the way, we did not name Coral. She came with that name. I don't know how you could look at a what do you call the 3-color cat? Calico. Yeah, I don't see how you could look at a calico possibly mixed with Maine Coon and say coral, but okay. I mean, it was a kind of nice name for that one character in the movie Cocktail, but she wasn't a very nice person. She was like yeah, she was a news reporter, but she like took her own pictures, and so she took she took a picture of Tom Cruise's character, Brian Flanagan. She'll get there. I mean, we tamed the 4. Um, the the 4. I want to say one of them was named Sarah. No. Do you remember what their names are? Okay, he can't remember what their names were any more than I can, but um. Well, I keep wanting to say Sarah and Heather, but I know Heather wasn't one of the names. Anyway, whatever we named them, they were feral cats. So, they lived at uh I'm gonna call her a crazy lady. I'm sorry. That doesn't sound very nice, and it's not. But the reason why I'm calling her a crazy lady is because she had 300 pigeons in like a a barn or a dog run, something like that. And then she had 100 cats, and they were all in a dog run. And yeah, so where she was living at apparently did not allow for that kind of that many animals, because that's 400 animals. So she moved out to Silver Springs or something like that. And I would really like to turn her into that Hoarders TV show. Cause cause the problem is that she asked us to watch um 4 of the cats. And okay, we gave them names, we tamed them. They were all okay, they were all snarling at us, they were snarling at each other, and uh it was a big problem for a while there. But I'm fearless, and like we would go to pet them, and they'd try to swipe at us with their claws, and I'm like, don't you do that. And they put their claws back and let us pet them. So eventually they were nice house cats, and we really should have taken them elsewhere. Told the lady, I don't care what you think, and taken them to the pet store to be adopted. But we didn't do that. I don't think we knew about the pet store adoptions or something like that, because no, we had to have, because anyway, we didn't think of it. Um, but we ended up having to give them back to that lady, and I really think that she is uh, a little bit crazy, because like I said, she's got 300 pigeons and 100 cats, and we knew, unfortunately, we got these cats to where they were like happy, well fed, and normal, and then we knew that they were going to go right back to that junk that they were in before. And we decided that they were probably going to, get in a fight uh, with another cat and weren't going to survive, but it was like, give up those cats, or because we were only supposed to have one cat, but they let us have the 2, because You know, because they were sisters. They were not going to be separated very well. We don't know if they're like, you know, like blood related sisters, um, but if they weren't, then they definitely, um, you know, they definitely met each other and you know, felt a friend connection. And you know, at first we thought we were getting a boy and a girl. You know, Nancy being the boy, but uh, it turned out actually that she was a girl. So then all of a sudden she needed a new name, and uh, the guy that gave us the kittens was like, um, you know, you should, you know, maybe you should name her Nancy, because, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, because I've got, you know, I love Nancy Drew books, so. Well, it might have been me that came up with that, but I think it was our friend, now that I think about it. Anyway, whatever happened, she became Nancy, and Nancy did not want me to sleep. I think she was trying to wake up she was trying to wake up my husband too, but Nancy did not want to sleep. Oh, that's not where you put that. That's where you put that. Like, like she wanted to make sure that we were alive, so when we were sleeping, she kind of freaked out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, so we started building this. We started building, I don't know, some house over here yesterday. Wasn't, okay, it wasn't that one, because that's one we ended on. No, we didn't have the bamboo in the right spot, so I think we started with that one, went to that one, went to that one, that one, that one, and started to build this one yesterday, and then the internet just dumped me out of Twitch. So I don't know if Twitch was having problems or if our internet was having problems, but since our internet had been doing that lately, I'm blaming it on the internet. And then today we finished that one, and we've built this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. We still haven't put the roof on here, so let's do it. Yeah, nobody's chatting with me. Oh, and my other viewer's gone. You know, I don't mind if people like like kind of skip around and you know, like maybe you like one part of my video and you don't necessarily want to watch the whole entire big old thing. Especially since they're usually longer videos, especially on Mondays. On Monday, it may go over the 4 hours. I've got to open up my cookies. So we bought me cookies yesterday, and they're peanut butter cookies, so they're kind of like you can pretend they're a breakfast pastry, even though they're cookies. Um, you can pretend that they're a breakfast pastry. Like a donut. um, that's something that I would like to do. So lately, my stomach hasn't necessarily liked wheat, but it seems to be okay with it now. But it hasn't liked, well, okay, I should say it hasn't liked certain wheat. Like, I can go to Burger King, have a Whopper, eat, eat the whole Whopper and be fine. But then, oh, and I can do the same thing at In-N-Out. Remember, not a paid advertisement for any of the restaurants or stores that I am talking about in my stream. It's just that's where we happen to go. But like if we go to um, well before my gallbladder surgery, um, before that, I couldn't necessarily have the chow mein without some discomfort at Panda Express. Nothing bad about Panda Express, just that their noodles are made out of wheat. Most noodles are. Um, but yeah, their noodles are made out of wheat, so it was causing a little bit of discomfort. Not too bad, but a little bit. And I didn't finish the roof. And I just realized, I'm like, what am I missing over here? I'm like, oh yeah, the roof. I knew I was missing something. I just couldn't think of what. Oh, see, we started to build that building and we weren't done with this one. Um, anyway, and then um, I used to love KFC, but the problem over there is that the thing that I wanted to eat, and it's really good, it really is, but my tummy gets rid of it right away. And not in a good way. Um, anyway, my tummy gets rid of it right away. It's like, no, you're not having that. But not until after I've done eating. So weird. But they've got a chicken bowl. It's got chicken and corn and cheese and mashed potatoes, and it's really good. But it's got too much cheese for my stomach. So my stomach was like, nope. And the first time that happened, I wasn't sure what was going on. We were pretty sure it was just because it was like um, COVID, but I don't remember actually tossing cookies when I had COVID. So yeah, it was a weird thing. But then like it happened again, and I think we tried it one more time, and I'm like, no, we're not getting that anymore. So I think part of the reason was because of the it's like so greasy, it's not even funny. What am I using to build? Oh, I know what I'm using to build. I was using this to build. I was using this to build, this to build, this to build. Yep, yep, yep. I made that up. I have no idea exactly what tuna was going for or whatever. Um okay, nobody's trying to chat. But yeah, I would love it if people would. Um, okay, so I'm gonna put my plug in right now. Please go on Amazon and check out my books. I would love it if people would buy my books. I really would. That is what I would love to be doing as a career, is just being a book writer. And um, a lot of work goes into it. You don't even realize. You gotta write the story, but like if you get writer's block, then you gotta get past that. Writer's block is like when you're writing your story and like maybe you've got Sean and Jesse. I mean, that's not who I was thinking of. You got like Sean and Ashley, and they're at the edge of a cliff, and the pirates are jabbing swords toward them, and then you're like, but now what? Do they get kidnapped? Do they fall off the cliff? Do they you know? Oh, cool. Okay. So, one of the videos that I'm gonna watch eventually here is called Hide and Seek with Our Cat. So, I don't know if it's uh, Sky Chaser Millie or if it's Kai, but they're the only cats in that family, so that I know of anyway. There's the only cats in that family, so. Oh, one of the families I watched that has cats. Oh, anyway, no, wait. I was doing my book thing. Okay, so I would love it if people would start buying my books. I would very much appreciate it. I would love to get to the point where we can at least pay every single bill we have in the house with my books. Um, so they are Pirate's Daughter, which introduces the captain, Misfortune, which introduces her boyfriend, who eventually becomes her husband. Um, and they both get kidnapped in. Morgan gets kidnapped in her book, and Hayden gets kidnapped in his book. And then there's Hard Times, which introduces the first mate, and his name is William. William goes through a whole bunch of junk. Um, so I'm hoping this is only in real life, but his dad is the governor of New York, and he's a mafia puppet. So, like I said, I hope this is only in my book, but yeah, he's a mafia puppet. So, um, and his wife has his wife has passed away, and his son William, he's William Anthony Pendragon Jr. One, two, three, four, five. So, of course, the governor of New York is William Anthony Pendragon Sr. Okay. Oh, and then four. That's the only way I can keep up with what I am building at what. I mean, how to build this, because I remember that inside there is three, and then there's the wall, and then there's four. I make it look so effortlessly, but that's just because I've been building them forever. Okay, now, one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See, I would like to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to be the voice in a cartoon or something like that. But I think that probably whatever voice they want me to use is not going to be one of the voices that I can uh, do all the time. Like uh, it'll probably be my um, Scottish voice from when I'm doing Scrooge McDuck's voice on Dreamlight Valley. Like when we have missions and they need to talk to Scrooge McDuck, I try to do a Scottish voice. Or like when they're talking to, mm, uh, yeah, Merida. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why that just sounded like such a weird name all of a sudden. But anyway, when they're talking to Merida, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I try to, I do a Scottish voice. I always have to think of Scrooge though when I start to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the problem with that one is if I do it too long, it hurts my throat. Um, I don't like that. It actually hurts my throat after a while. Okay, so I think we will do. Oh, we only got 10 minutes, so I guess we'll finish this and stop for the morning. I didn't want to do it that way. I really didn't. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Like I wanted to finish out the rest of the street, but that's going to take way too long, and we'll just, we'll come on here after I'm done with the next chapter, I guess. I keep saying we, but, it's kind of like, me and you kind of we, and then, or me and all of you kind of we, but then it's also like my characters in my book, they are with me always. Yeah. It's like on Saving Mr. Banks and Mary Poppins and um all of you know Mary Poppins and Mr. Banks and um Mary Poppins and Mr. Banks and Mrs. Banks and Jane and Michael and Bert and all of those characters are Mrs. Travers their family. And that's how I feel about my characters. And why the heck did I put the wall in there? Like, right here. Yeah, but it's not supposed to be that way. It's the living room. I don't know. I have no idea. I went insane for a minute and yeah. Or something. I don't know. Something happened. Um, okay. Well, I don't need stairs right now. Any windows? Windows, windows. See, on this house, we only get 2 high windows. But on like on a 2-story, it's different. Today's Wednesday. What's the gardener doing here? I mean, they're supposed to come twice a week, but usually when they come twice a week, it's um, more of a logical thing where they'll come Monday and Thursday or Monday and Friday, something like that. But for some reason, they're here today. Odd. I don't like that necessarily because like it becomes a distraction and because it's becoming a distraction, it becomes a subject on my stream, and I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna be like, not that again. And yeah, I don't want to lose followers just because I had 103 followers yesterday, and all of a sudden I have 102 today, and it's not counting uh Lula yet. Yet. Hopefully it will, because I'm trying to get to 200. That's my ultimate goal right now, is to get to 200 followers on Twitch and have 5 chatters at once, and what was it? Oh, I need 3 um viewers on average for like every stream. I would love to get to that. I'm sure it will come because there's a whole bunch of people that are like, I love your stream. This is awesome. And well, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever said awesome. Maybe Lula did earlier actually, but before that, I don't think anybody's ever said it's awesome. But that still makes me really happy because they're like, I like your stream, and I'm like, okay, I'm just being me, but I don't feel like I'm doing anything like totally spectacular. Like, I'm not going, hey, Valley Villagers, and being like outrageous, like unspeakable, and I'm not being super loud like Preston. I'm not having a Ukrainian accent like Mr. Star and Sky. Um, he's kind of loud too, but in a good way. He, you know, like he's not as loud as Preston or Unspeakable, but they're both Minecraft people, and Mr. Star and Sky's a um like they all have that radio announcer essence. Like I would totally expect um, any of them to say, yeah, my second job is a radio announcer, or like my day job, as they used to put it. But nowadays, like, this can be your job. um, so I would like I would love to sell my books, but also I would love it if this made money. That'd be awesome. Um, I don't know if I like need to set a how much a subscription is, or if it's just because I know one of the YouTubers I've subscribed to, Park Pass. They used to be Provost Park Pass, but now they're Park Pass because it's easier to say. Um, anyway, they used to go to Disneyland a lot. They go to a whole bunch of different places. They go to they go to Disneyland and Universal Studios and Neftalene in Europe and Disneyland Paris and I'm pretty sure that Chris went to Shanghai. He didn't want to. Okay, so he was gonna go last summer, I think it was, and he couldn't because all of a sudden Shanghai thought that if you were in their country from another country, like uh like I'm in America right now. Like say an American went to Shanghai and they were recording their vacation, they suddenly thought that that was like super not okay. They were spies. And I don't know all the details, but it sounded creepy to me. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this another time, but we're gonna go over there first and see how many um, um, sections of street that we need to go. We got one, two, two left. Oh, that is not bad at all. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just have 14 more houses on this side, and then I could start building them on the next street. That is awesome. Okay, I can do that. But I do need to get back to, um, like I need to eat my cookies and see if there's anything else that I can eat. Um, I need to, I need to actually do the litter boxes. I was supposed to do them, day before yesterday. No, yeah, I was supposed to do them the day before yesterday, Monday. And I just didn't get around to it because I was like, okay, I'll do it when I get to the end of the chapter. Except for then I started another chapter and started another chapter. Yeah, I know. Not good situation, but yeah, I gotta do the litter boxes. And if I tell you all that I need to do the litter boxes, then I'll guilt myself into actually doing it. So I'm um, sticking to my word, because that is something that I would like to do is actually stick to my word and um so I know the bamboo's last, so technically it should be down here. Uh, oh, that's birch. Yeah. Okay, so technically it should be down by the warped and then, Oh, well, we can do that. I don't need the stairs right now. Well, I will need the stairs, but yeah, I don't know why, but they put the bamboo last. Weird. Okay, so I just want to put the framework real quick. So anyway, please go on to Amazon and check out my books. Like I said, they are Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, Esperanza's Party, The Island, and Adopted Coral, which is a children's book about my cat. From the point of view of my cat, I just, I think I got inspired by Penny the cat, um, how she's like apparently that is a very verbal cat, or her facial expressions make it look like she's talking, something like that. Um, I think I got inspired by that, but I wrote the whole story. It's only 24 pages, which is inspired by those books on tape that Disney used to put out. I wish they still did, because I mean, they probably do on the Disney website somewhere, but I wish they still did, because some of those stories, like Tangled and Tarzan, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, they're all great stories, and sometimes you just don't have time to watch the whole entire movie. Like today, I'm gonna end up watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos. I don't have time to watch a movie. Although, if I get time to watch a movie, then I am definitely watching one of the ones that's on YouTube right now. I just lost, not lost it, but they took it out of the mix for movies to watch on YouTube, and I don't even know what it was, but hopefully it wasn't something that I like really wanted to watch. Hopefully it was something I have on DVD so I can watch it anytime I want. But it's just easier watching it on YouTube. Yeah, we started doing this. Oh my goodness. If you're watching me on Twitch right now, I'm saying Twitch first at the moment because I've got it to where people can subscribe to my channel. And I don't know how much money it is to subscribe. Nobody told me yet. But, yeah. Oh, see? Perfect timing, though, because, controller batteries are low. Again, we got some weak batteries. I haven't opened up the new batteries yet. Because I put them over there on my, keyboard tray on my desk. And it's so far away. Like, I can't sit down and reach the box. This is a 2-story, right? Yeah. Yeah, right? Right. Okay. This is a 2-story. This is a 2-story. This is a 2-story. Okay, wait a minute. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Well, technically, if it's 9... Oh, yeah. Okay, because 1, 2, 3. And this is why it's 9. Come on. There you go. Darn it. There. Okay. So I keep thinking, I don't want a music career, but I keep thinking it'd be really fun to go on to America's Got Talent. Oops. I did it again. That has nothing to do with Britney Spears. That was not a Britney Spears reference. It's just, I said oops, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did it again. It's just, a natural way to say that. but it had nothing to do with Britney Spears. I really did. Oops, and I did it again. Okay. Oops. No. At least I don't think so. Was that store or door? Okay. So I have a lot of I am gonna end this stream, I promise. But I have a lot of times when I just don't hear things quite right. So I don't know if I'm losing my hearing or if I just need to get have them take the earwax out. But we can't afford a regular doctor at the moment, and like we had it at Tractor Supply. I told my husband that I didn't think we should get it right away, and he did anyway because we needed it. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's part of the reason why we didn't have that much money. Like he was working all the time. Yeah. But it was pretty cool. We got to go. Um, my grandpa was ailing at one point, and then he went on his extended vacation. But they didn't know that that was what was going to happen at the time, so we ended up having to, we we visited him the one time, and uh, okay, one, two, three, one, two, three. Anyway, we visited him the one time, and then oh yeah, I forgot it's not three, it's five. And then we had to go back. Well, then my mom calls up and says that he went on his extended vacation, and that was my last grandpa. Normally you get two, but when you have a family that's divorced, you get three. And then and if you if both parents get remarried, then you might have four. Okay. Oh, this is a two-story, yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna um so so you're just giving up on the idea altogether? So my husband put in for something that he just doesn't think he's gonna get because they want somebody with a they want somebody with a degree, and he doesn't have it. I was gonna say, or at least doesn't have the one that they want, but he doesn't have a degree at all. Um, we just couldn't. Um, like we used to live in Tahoe and South Lake Tahoe, and we were going to Lake Tahoe Community College. I think they've busted it down to just community college or something like that. I think not a good move, but whatever. Anyway, it was a pretty nice school, except for that the digital photography teacher was biased. And she had us, oh my goodness, I did not appreciate that either. She had us learn, uh, all that photo stuff, aperture and shutter speed and all that. It's like, we got digital cameras that comes automatically. But yeah, um, she liked the pictures. One, two, three, four, five. She liked the pictures that were obviously photoshopped more than she liked the ones where it's a mom, me, and trying to, like they wanted people that could go out of the house and take good pictures as opposed to me who couldn't. I had two kids. What was I supposed to do? And I didn't, well, I still don't. I don't like going out of the house really. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, like I don't like going out of the house and spending time in nature. You know, I'm usually wondering, is that coyote gonna come over toward me and try to snack on me, or you know, is that squirrel gonna bite me? Yeah. Um, as far as I've noticed in Tahoe, anyway, um, one, two, three, four. Okay, anyway, um, in Tahoe, at the very least, I've noticed that if you don't try to harm the squirrel, they're just gonna pretty much try to help you eat your food. 'Cause so many people feed them. They're so cute. Kind of dumb sometimes, but I only say that because one of the squirrels fell out of the tree and became a very nice lesson on why you should look both ways before you cross the street for my daughter. Oh, wrong way, rerun. Um, if you remember that, that is so cool. Because that was, okay. So, as soon as I finish these walls, we'll um, stop the stream, I think. I was trying to say that that's from um, Charlie Brown, Linus, Snoopy, the Peanuts gang. Um, it's from that, but like I think it was, uh, it was like a specifically from a Saturday morning cartoon kind of thing. I don't remember what it was called though. I always just called the whole thing Charlie Brown. I didn't know they were the Peanuts gang until I was older. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna park right here and we can continue. No, but I need to. I guess we'll do it on yours. So, okay. So, anyway, the battery is giving me fits. I don't know what's going on. It's probably one of the oldest batteries we have or something. I don't know. So, mine's set up to where it's supposed to charge, but it doesn't. And it's a new charger. So, that's just, like, what the heck? Why? And the only other thing I could think of to do is like put the charger in the cat tree, and that doesn't work because the boys actually use the cat tree. So anyway, so please buy my books on Amazon. All you have to do is go on to Amazon and type in Tina Rash Books. TINARASHBOOKS. And you should see all 6 of them, and it'll be a lovely time. And if you're, like I said, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat and subscribe. And if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. And I will see you in the next streamer video. This is getting to be really annoying. So yeah.